let's start with something that I want to do. I want to. I have seen all the amazing applications that you've sent here, and I want to help the community draw team organize those submissions for us to like plan in advance any demos that can be scheduled here. So I want to create a simple form where anyone from the community can share their app in order for them to present at a specific date. I'm not sure if that's very clear, but it's something like submit presentation. Yes. And then they can describe themselves. I will just put Discord user as a placeholder. We can think on better ways of identifying the user later. And I want to create a simple form with app title or presentation title, maybe. Um, app URL, which will be optional. I mean, people can maybe share an experience or not necessarily an app that they have created. I would just put app URL as optional. And why did you create that? I want to understand people's motivations. And this form naturally has a submit button. The next logical thing for me to do here regarding how the app works is to explain how this will be shared, right? How this will be how this will affect the world. What happens when I click on submit? I hadn't added that specification. And this has been the state of most apps that you can do in WebDraw. Hopefully, we want to change that because some ideas require more complex flows, connecting with Google Sheets, connecting with a file that you have, or connecting with a database. I want to bring you a first option in order to do that. And hopefully sparkle any other ideas as well. Of course, I could use the Google Sheets or any API that I already have available, but supposing this will become an application later, I might want to start a new database or something like that. And I brought here to show you how to use the Firebase database. For those who don't know what Firebase is a tool from Google. They have been with Google for a while. They have a database. It started with a database, but it's a whole suite of applications, of APIs for you to create your real-time application, your apps. So most importantly, it has let me find it in a bit, the Firestore database, which is first a NoSQL database. What does that mean? It means that I don't need to specify the exact type of data I will deal with to start creating. And I think that's very cool because in the beginning, you are not so much worried about your data integrity and all of that. You just want to see something live. It has a powerful query engine. It's deployed like everywhere and it's real time as well, which is very cool. You can create real time applications easily. And I'm going to show you starting from scratch. I will create a new Firebase project. I will click get started here and show how to go from zero to a way for us to use that on WebDraw. I have a lot of other examples here. This one will be community draw. And it will find the username. Firebase comes with Google Analytics bundled. So if you ever need Google Analytics for your app, you can use and it will kind of integrate it. I need to select a Google Cloud account, but after that, it will just spend a couple of seconds creating the app. And basically, any one of you can do this. It doesn't cost anything. In fact, Firebase has a generous free tier where you can like start and have like gigabytes of data. It's 1 GB for cloud store, for example. You can have 20,000 writes a day and 50,000 reads a day. So you can write data 20,000 times and read 50,000 in a day, which I think it's enough for you to try it out and to start something. And there are a lot of other cool things that we might not use today, but in the future they will be useful. So let's start. I have created a Firebase project, and as the first step, it will guide me to create and to connect to a running application. Um, so it will prompt me actually to create a database. I will make it available near my house, so it will be in São Paulo. And Firebase has a very powerful security mechanism for you to control how people will access the data. This is very useful, especially if you're going to create real apps, and it can get you very far. But for now, I will start in test mode, which basically allows anyone to write and read. And it's going to be okay because I'm just creating an application and I can change that later. So now Firebase is provisioning my Firestore database. And after we have that finished, I want to show you a widget I have here, which is not in my widget library. In your widget library, actually, it's only on mine, but this will change. And it's a simple widget. It just has some instructions here. I just need to paste a configuration file that we'll get now. I have my database now working. This has a nice UI and I like the how to use it here, but you don't need to interact with that. You just need to create the database. Now I have to go back to the project here just to get the configuration, and it's prompting me to start adding Firebase to your app. It has support for iOS and Android and Unity and Flutter as well. I will choose the web version. I said it's the community call webdraw. It doesn't matter all that much, this application. I won't need Firebase hosting for now, which is a very cool feature that we might use later. And then it gives me this Firebase config, which is the only information necessary for me to connect to my database. So I'll just copy this, the rest is not important, and I will paste it in my widget. And I can't paste it. No, yes, because the config here is another text. With the widget configured, I know this seems a bit cryptic for those who don't know Firebase, but you only need to do that. Now you're saved. This widget will work fine. I can use here to give some more directions on what I want to do with this app. So I will write with my own words that when the user clicks add a new entry in Firestore. If I just add this widget and add it here, it will probably work. Just because I want to be more complete, I will say create a database if it needs, if you need it, if you need. I don't know if database is the name. I have not created anything prior in my Firestore database. So do your thing. And I could probably add more information here, but let's see what that brings me. Just for something I have been using later and it will probably become a widget, I will ask to use semantic UI. And I know that it sometimes break because jQuery is not included, so include jQuery. And let's go, let's generate this app. The cool thing is that Firebase is an application that was always created to be a database for front-end apps. So they don't require you to have server code. With just HTML, JavaScript, and a powerful permission model, it will create some cool things. Let's, for example, send this checkout that John has sent here for this. John, the presentation title is the checkout app. And he did create because all the other checkouts, I don't like them. And I will hit submit and it will say that your presentation has been submitted. Let's see if it's there. I will go back to my Firestore. Where is Firestore? Here. And it's here. I have it worked in the first time. It usually is very good. It doesn't break a lot. But now let's create our app. I will create now a view version that this won't be shared. This can be shared. So let me go with you. You can also start sending your beautiful suggestions. And why I'm not with Lucy's? I don't want anyone to take Lucy's before me. I don't know if you guys are, if you folks are, have seen that, but now you can have custom domains here. And let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. Probably was this version here. So for a while you can use this link, but to have it being useful, I'll create the screen where Mateus will take a look. So this is the presentation submissions, and I can get a little descriptive here and start drawing the UI, but sometimes I can just like, please do your thing. I'm not a good designer. So I will, in this case, just share a snippet of what, oh, someone deployed WebDraw. This happens all the time. I will get what I need here. So this is the line where it's adding the data. So in here, I have everything necessary for me to add there as a context. It's a bit cryptic. We'll figure out a better UX, but for now, I'll do this. I want you to show all registrations from Firestore. This is the code I used to create them. And let's not forget of our Firebase widget. And if everything works fine, this should be necessary. Are you testing the presentations? Yeah, I have a new one here. Let's see what ends up in the first try. For those who are in need of this widget, I will send it over. Let me see if this works. Oh, wow, it already has worked. So yes, I have this here, and there's a chance. Let's see. Firestore is a real-time database. So by default, you can see the new things in real time. Let's see if it works. I will add Lucy's, the submit presentation app. The link is not this link, is actually this link here. And I thought was cool. If I submit, I won't see it in the first time, but I can ask, I want to see the new presentations in real time. And I will ask for it. Sometimes it understands me. But of course, if I go back and go here, it will have the new thing that I've sent. But for finish, I want to try a second time. But let's see. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. And yeah, it's working. It's working real time here. You can create a lot of single real time applications, a distributed counter, a voting, a chatting. Firebase is really good for this, and you can even explore things that people have built. And in order for you to test, while we did not distribute it, I will paste it here. And it's going to be I think it's here already. Yes. You just need to edit the widget and add your credentials, but it's working sound. I haven't done anything fancy behind your back. This is it. I will improve it later and share it on our widget library here. New things are starting to appear. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.